Hey friends, today I'm sharing 5 new Dollar Tree DIYs that look insanely expensive, and honestly, no one is going to believe these started with Dollar Tree items. My name is Nora G and welcome to my Nook. If you love high-end home decor on the budget, designer-inspired DIYs, and creative Dollar Tree transformations, then you are going to love today's video. We are making beautiful pieces that look like they came straight from a luxury home decor store, but for a fraction of the price. Okay, from a stunning statement vase to elegant decorative accents and modern pieces that can instantly elevate your home. These DIYs are stylish, affordable, and surprisingly easy to recreate. So before you spend hundreds on expensive decor, let me show you how to create these high-end looks yourself using simple Dollar Tree supplies. Grab your favorite drink, some popcorn, get comfortable, and let's jump right into these 5 new Dollar Tree DIYs that are guaranteed to impress. For our first project, we are creating what might just be my favorite DIY organization project I have ever made using Dollar Tree items. To make this, I grabbed 12 of these mini stackable drawers or storage drawers from Dollar Tree. The first thing I did was remove all the labels and gave each drawer unit a quick wipe down. Once everything was clean, I did a dry fit to figure out exactly how I wanted everything positioned before committing with glue. I arranged the drawer units in groups of 3. One set was placed facing downward, the next set facing right, the next set facing left, and the final set facing upward, with all 4 groups touching each other to form a large square shape. This layout gives us storage access from all 4 sides, which is what makes this project so practical. After I was happy with the arrangement, I set it aside and began working on the rotating base. For the base, I grabbed this 14 by 14 inch mirror that I had left over from my IKEA mirror wall transformation, along with 2 of these cake pans from Dollar Tree and a bag of marbles. If you've been around here long enough, then you already know I love turning ordinary Dollar Tree items into something completely unexpected. So I poured the marbles into one cake pan and then placed the second cake pan over the top or on top of it. This simple trick creates a budget-friendly lazy Susan or turntable effect that allows the entire organizer to rotate smoothly. I set it aside for a moment and returned to the mirror. Now, using Gorilla Glue, I applied a generous amount around the edges of the cake pan and secured it to the back side of the mirror. Once everything dries, this will become the foundation of our rotating organizer. While that was drying, I started assembling the storage section. I removed the drawers to make everything easier to handle and then used Gorilla Glue anywhere the drawer units touched each other. I highly recommend using a strong adhesive for this step because we want this organizer to be sturdy and durable. Personally, I will avoid using hot glue alone here because over time the weight of the drawers could cause it to weaken as you start putting stuff into it. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you might recognize these drawers because I used them in one of my previous Dollar Tree DIY videos to create this organizer shown on the screen right now. That video ended up going viral because so many of you loved how elegant and practical it was. Well, I had an even better idea this time. Instead of using 6 drawers like before, we're doubling everything and creating a much larger, more luxurious version that can be styled in multiple ways throughout your home. Before we carry on, I wanted to quickly give you an update on the May giveaway. First of all, thank you so much to everyone who entered and for the incredible support you've shown both on here on my YouTube channel and over at my blog, noragsnook.com. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. I also want to sincerely apologize for the delay in announcing the winners. Due to some unforeseen circumstances, things took a little longer than expected, but I haven't forgotten about you. The giveaway winners will be announced this week on my YouTube community post, so be sure to keep an eye out for that. In addition, all winners will also receive an email notification since entries were submitted through my blog at noragsnook.com. Thank you again for your patience, your kindness, and for being such an amazing part of this community. Your support means more to me than you'll ever know. Good luck to everyone who entered, and I'll be announcing those winners very soon. Until then, take care and let's carry on. So once everything was secured, I allowed it plenty of time to dry before moving on to the next step. Next, I grabbed this 12 by 12 inch mirror from Dollarama for $2. If you can't find one, don't worry. 4 of Dollar Tree's smaller square mirrors will work just as well for this particular stage. Using Gorilla Glue, I secured the mirror directly on top of the drawer structure. I also added a little hot glue in the center to hold everything immediately while the Gorilla Glue cured. After wiping down the mirror's surface, I could already see the vision coming together. At this stage, it was looking so elegant and expensive. The mirrors instantly elevated the entire piece and gave it that designer look. Next, I brought back the mirrored base that had dried completely. And now using Gorilla Glue once again, I centered the drawer structure on top and secured it in place. You could absolutely use a 12 by 12 mirror here as well, but I personally love the slight overhang created by the larger mirror. It adds another layer of visual interest and makes the entire piece feel more custom and luxurious. Once everything was secured, I placed all the drawers back into position. And honestly, at this point, I could have stopped right here because it already looked beautiful. But you know me, guys, we're taking it one step further. So I grabbed these clear geometric pencil holders from Dollar Tree. And after removing the labels and cleaning them thoroughly, I glued them together to create a decorative organizer for the top section. This is one of my favorite details because it adds both height and functionality. Once dry, I placed it on top of the mirrored surface. I intentionally chose not to permanently glue this piece down because I wanted the flexibility of removing it whenever needed. This way, you can completely change how you use the organizer depending on your needs. For the final step, I brought back the cake pan turntable filled with marbles and carefully placed the organizer on top. The moment I spun it for the first time, I knew this product was something special. The smooth rotating motion combined with all the mirrored surfaces instantly made it feel like a luxury piece. To add even more detail, at this point, I grabbed these disco mirror tiles from Dollar Tree and applied them along the side edges. This step is completely optional, but I love the extra sparkle and dimension it added. And just like that, our project was complete. If you're a makeup lover, this makes an incredible vanity organizer. You can store lipsticks, brushes, foundation, palettes, skincare products, and beauty tools while keeping everything organized and easy to access. For a bathroom, you can use it to store cotton pads, cotton swabs, facial products, lotions, serums, hair accessories, and self-care essentials. You name it. And because it rotates, everything is always within reach. And if you thought this project was impressive, just wait until you see what I have coming up next, because the remaining DIYs in today's video are just as beautiful and budget-friendly. So stay tuned. If you love designer-inspired home decor, expensive-looking Dollar Tree DIYs, and budget-friendly decorating ideas, then this project is definitely for you. To get started, I grabbed this 6-inch round mirror from Dollar Tree, the famous one. The first thing I did was cover the mirror's surface with masking tape to protect it from paint later on. This is a simple step, but it saves so much cleanup time and helps give us a crisp, professional finish. Once the mirror was protected, I flipped it over and began planning out the design. I also grabbed some of these craft sticks from Dollar Tree and started arranging them around the mirror to determine how many I would have to use and how far apart they should be spaced. I spent a few minutes playing around with different layouts because sometimes the smallest design decisions can completely change the final look of a project. After testing a few options, I settled on 15 craft sticks. The spacing felt balanced and gave me the dramatic starburst effect I was going for. Next, I grabbed 8 packs of these ping pong balls from Dollar Tree. These simple ping pong balls are about to become the detail that transforms this project from basic to beautiful. Using hot glue, I attached 3 ping pong balls onto each craft stick, positioning them close together while leaving enough space at one end of the stick for easy handling. I repeated this process until I had 15 complete pieces. Once all 15 pieces were complete, I set them aside to dry thoroughly. Next, I placed a bowl in the center of my work surface and carefully rested the mirror on top of it, backside facing upward. You can use any other support underneath besides the bowl, okay? I just used what I had at hand. The bowl elevated the mirror, making it much easier to attach the decorative pieces evenly around the edge. Using hot glue, I attached each craft stick with the ping pong balls onto the back of the mirror. As I worked my way around the mirror, I made sure the spacing remained as even as possible. One important thing to remember is that the hanging hardware on the back of the mirror still needs to remain accessible. Since I planned on hanging this mirror on the wall later, I made sure not to glue anything over the hanging piece. Definitely keep that in mind if you decide to recreate this project. Once all 15 pieces were attached, I allowed everything to dry before carefully flipping the mirror over. For the finish, I decided to create 2 different versions. For one mirror, I used matte black spray paint, and for the other, I used metallic spray paint. Metallic gold spray paint, okay? Rust-Oleum to be specific, but you can use any of your choosing. Both turned out absolutely gorgeous, but they each create a completely different look and feel. That is the thing with colors. The matte black version feels modern, sophisticated, and dramatic. It is perfect for contemporary homes, minimalist spaces, modern farmhouse interiors, and black and white decorating styles. Whereas the gold version feels warm, luxurious, glamorous, and timeless. Well guys, before we do carry on to our next DIY, the word of the day today is exquisite. I chose exquisite because every DIY in this video takes simple, affordable Dollar Tree items and transforms them into pieces that look elegant, refined, and high-end. Exquisite, as we all know, means exceptionally beautiful, carefully crafted, and of outstanding quality. And that's exactly the look we were aiming for with these creations. So at the end of this video, please do tell me which DIY do you think turned out the most exquisite. One thing I've noticed lately is that some of the most beautiful high-end home decor pieces aren't necessarily complicated. They're all about shape, proportion, texture, and thoughtful details. To get started, I grabbed this tall-ribbed plastic vase from Dollar Tree. It comes in different colors, but this navy blue immediately caught my attention. There was just something about it that felt rich, sophisticated, and high-end. I also picked up this small ceramic planter pot, which happened to be in a very similar navy blue shade and featured an ivory band around the lower portion. Next, I used masking tape to carefully cover the area directly below the ivory band on the ceramic planter. I wanted crisp, clean lines because we're about to add one small detail that completely transforms this piece. Using gold leaf rub and buff, I painted over the ivory section of the planter pot. And can we just take a moment to appreciate how magical rub and buff is? It's one of my favorite products for creating luxury finishes on a budget. With just a small amount, ordinary pieces instantly start looking custom and expensive. It is ideal to use in cases like this as opposed to spray paint because this is just a small portion that we are looking to have painted in gold, okay? And that is besides the quick dry time. I also decided to add a touch of rub and buff around the upper portion of the plastic vase. This step is completely optional, but I wanted a subtle hint of gold to help tie everything together and elevate the overall design. Sometimes it's the smallest details that make the biggest difference, guys. Once the rub and buff was completely dry, I carefully removed the masking tape to reveal those beautiful clean lines. And already this project was looking so much more expensive than where it started. For the assembly, I applied Gorilla Glue to the bottom of the tall plastic vase and added a small amount of hot glue as well. The hot glue helps hold everything in place immediately, while the Gorilla Glue creates a much stronger permanent bond over time. I then centered the vase directly on top of the ceramic planter pot, transforming two separate Dollar Tree items into one tall, elevated designer vase. The added height instantly made the piece feel more substantial and luxurious. The planter acts almost like a decorative pedestal, giving the vase a custom high-end appearance that you simply don't get from the original pieces alone. This rich blue color feels sophisticated, elegant, and unexpected. It has a designer look without trying too hard. What do you think? Because of its height, it naturally draws the eye upwards and adds visual interest to any space. But we're not done yet, because the next Dollar Tree DIY is another showstopper that you're definitely going to want to see and try. For our fourth project, we are creating another designer-inspired home decor piece that looks like it came straight out of a luxury boutique store. To get started, I grabbed one of these famous small bamboo curtain boards from Dollar Tree. I also picked up this wooden ring and beaded wall decor piece. The moment I saw those wooden rings, I immediately knew they had potential, as you would see. First things first, I started working on the curtain board. Using the black chalk paint, I painted the entire surface, making sure to cover all sides and edges evenly. You could absolutely use black spray paint for this step if that's what you have on hand. However, I wanted something that would dry fairly quickly so I could keep working on the project without waiting too long. One thing I've noticed lately is that some of the most expensive looking decor pieces are often the simplest. Clean lines, beautiful finishes, and thoughtful details that can instantly make a space feel elevated. And that's exactly what we're going for with this project. Next, I grabbed the wooden ring decor and carefully removed all the wooden beads attached to the oval rings. The beads were cute, but they weren't quite the look I was going for, so I'll keep these for another project. I wanted something cleaner, more modern, and more high-end, so I'll be using only the rings, not the beads. Once I had both rings separated and cleaned up, I reached for one of my favorite DIY products once again, our gold leaf rubber buff. Using a small amount, I coated both rings until they had a beautiful warm metallic finish. What started out as a simple unfinished wood suddenly looked like designer brass hardware. Once the black cutting board was fully dry, it was time for assembly. To make the tray feel a little more custom and elevated, I didn't want it sitting completely flat. So I grabbed a few Jenga blocks along with this wooden arch piece and placed them underneath the board for support as I assemble the handles. Once I was set, I used Gorilla Glue to attach the gold rings to the shorter sides of the tray at an almost midway point. These instantly became beautiful, oversized handles that also double up as the feet for our tray. I made sure they were centered and positioned evenly on both sides before setting everything aside to cure. If you're making this yourself, I highly recommend allowing the glue to fully cure for about 12 to 24 hours before styling or moving the tray. Trust me, the patience is worth it. And once everything was dry, our minimalist black and gold decorative tray was officially finished. Simple, elegant, timeless. And honestly, it looks like something you could easily find in a designer home decor store for several times the cost. Now let's talk styling, because this piece is incredibly versatile. One of my favorite ways to style it is on a coffee table. Place a candle, a small vase of greenery, and a decorative object on top, and suddenly your coffee table looks professionally styled. It creates a curated look without feeling cluttered. It adds warmth and elegance while keeping everything visually organized. You could also place it on an entryway console table, as it gives instant designer vibes. And because the tray is neutral, you can easily change the styling throughout the year. In spring, add florals. In summer, greenery. In fall, mini pumpkins and candles. And during the holidays, you can create a beautiful festive arrangement with ornaments, pine stems, and fairy lights. The possibilities are endless. What I love most about this project is how expensive it looks while remaining incredibly simple to create. And finally, for our fifth and final project, we are making what might just be my favorite transformation in this entire video. This is one of those DIYs that looks like it came straight from a high-end home decor store, like Pottery Barn, Crate & Barrel, West Elm, or CB2. And the best part? It is made almost entirely from Dollar Tree items. To get started, I grabbed 6 of these floral rings, foam rings, from Dollar Tree, along with one of these 6-inch round glass cutting boards. The very first thing I did was peel off all the labels off the floral foam rings. Next, I applied both Gorilla Glue and hot glue around the edge of the round glass cutting board. I then placed the first floral foam ring directly on top and pressed it firmly into place. Since this first ring is what will support the entire structure, I also added additional hot glue along the inside edge for reinforcement. This will serve as the base of our planter. Once that was secure, I continued stacking the remaining foam rings on top using hot glue. As I worked my way upward, I made sure each ring was centered and aligned as evenly as possible. One important tip I want to share is to make sure the joining line on each floral foam ring is facing the same direction, okay? It may seem like a small detail, but it creates such a cleaner and more professional finish once everything is painted. Before long, all 6 rings were stacked together, and I was left with this beautiful sculptural shape featuring a hollow center. Even at this stage, I could already see the vision coming together. Now, because the floral rings naturally create visible seams where they connect, I wanted to add a little more detail while also disguising those areas. So I grabbed this cotton rope from Dollar Tree. I measured and cut 5 strips of rope to fit around each joining area or section between the rings. And using hot glue, I attached each rope strip individually, making sure they all started and ended at the same location. This helped keep everything neat, intentional, and visually balanced. Not only does the rope hide the seams, but it also adds beautiful texture and dimension to the overall design. And you all know how much I love incorporating texture into home decor pieces because that's often what makes something look more custom and expensive. Once the rope was attached, it was time for paint. For this project, I chose this castle colored chalk paint because I wanted a soft, warm stone-like finish. The color instantly gives the planter a high-end ceramic appearance. And of course, you could easily customize this to fit your own decor style. White would be beautiful, black would look incredibly modern as well, and terracotta would create a Mediterranean feel. You could also use spray paint or acrylic paint from Dollar Tree, as that will also work perfectly well. I applied the first coat, allowed it to dry completely, and then went back in with a second coat for full coverage. Once everything dried, the transformation was incredible. The planter no longer looked like floral foam at all. Instead, it looked like a heavy textured ceramic piece you might find in a designer showroom. Next, I wanted to address the rear joining area where all of the rope seams met. Now, technically, this would be considered the back of the planter and isn't something most people would ever notice, and so this next step is completely optional. I grabbed some burlap tape from Dollar Tree and used it to cover that section. This step, like I said, is completely optional, but I think it adds a cleaner and more polished appearance. Now for my favorite finishing touch, I picked up a pack of these 2-tone Tubnik tower blocks from Dollar Tree. I sorted through them and selected only the darker wood pieces. Using hot glue, I attached them vertically around the base of the planter, spacing them evenly all the way around. And let me tell you, this tiny detail completely transformed the entire project. It is amazing how something so simple can make such a dramatic difference. The wooden accents create contrast, warmth, and visual interest while giving the planter an even more custom design look. It almost feels like a handcrafted artisan piece. And just like that, our beautiful planter was complete. Now let's talk styling because there are so many possibilities with this one. One of my favorite ways to style it is with lush faux greenery. The soft neutral color paired with vibrant green stems create that modern organic aesthetic that is so popular right now. The height and texture creates a designer look without overwhelming the space. You could even use a larger faux plant and place it on the floor beside a console table, fireplace, or empty corner. The planter has enough visual presence to stand on its own and become a focal point in the room. With a little creativity, some Dollar Tree floral foam rings, a glass cutting board or wooden board, rope, paint, and tumbling towel blocks, we've transformed simple budget-friendly supplies into a designer-inspired planter that looks incredibly expensive. What do you think? Well, this project is the perfect reminder that luxury isn't about how much you spend, it's about how creatively you style what you have. Well guys, if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope these 5 new Dollar Tree DIYs that look insanely expensive inspire you to get creative and see Dollar Tree in a whole new light. These simple, exquisite, budget-friendly summer decor ideas prove you don't have to spend a lot to make your home feel high-end and beautifully styled. So, if you loved these Dollar Tree DIY home decor projects, let me know in the comments which one was your favorite. Your feedback really helps me create more content that inspires you. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment, share, subscribe, hype the video, and turn on notifications so you don't miss my next video. And always, remember, your space does not have to be perfect. It just has to feel like you. And until next time, stay creative, stay inspired, and keep making your home beautiful on a budget.